Hey friend, Roger Christofferson here again with another one of my overlooked gems. Wasn't really planning on doing one today, but I turned on the news and I saw a little bit of bad news. Actually, it's a lot of bad news. It was the passing of Dan McCafferty, the lead vocalist of the band Nazareth. And the first thing that popped in my head was how much I love this band and how this album that I'm going to talk about today, To Excess, was the one that kicked it all off for me. And how I used to try to write in a style in my younger days that was a lot like Nazareth. So I figured, well, I was gonna just make a post or whatever on social media, is just saying, man, rest in peace and all that. But you know what? How about an all-out tribute this way, talking about it instead of just saying, we're gonna miss you, rest in peace. This seemed like a better way to do it. I wasn't gonna do this one today, like I said, but you know what? I actually love this album. I know it's a strange pick, but you know how sometimes when you come into like music because of a certain song, or you find a band because of a certain song or album? Well, this is the album that was how I found Nazareth. And I know it's a strange one, but the story behind it is, when I was young, I don't remember exactly how old I was when I got this album. It was in one of those like budget bins, and there was a store called Zare. It was in a plaza that a little strip mall type plaza thing, and they had the budget bins, and the album cover. If you haven't ever seen this album, it's just got these big giant letters that say 2XS with the Nazareth logo, which is cool. I don't know it's own, but it was like in flames. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but I have to have it. So I got it, took it home, and the funny part is, music on it had no like similarity at all to the album cover. It's one of those ones like, what? But I loved it anyway. It was this, the singing of John McCafferty is like nothing I had ever heard before. The songs were strange. In case you've never heard this one, it's definitely not one of their biggest albums, but of course then everybody knows Hair of the Dog, but I went back and checked out other albums, and I remember Malice in Wonderland was also another one that I really liked. It had Holiday, Broken Down Angel, Hearts Grown Cold. I mean, come on, Hearts Grown Cold, gosh. Older stuff. It was funny, the band I joined like I was like 15, 16, we used to jam around to Miss Misery, which was of course off Hair of the Dog. But if you've never listened to Please Don't Judas Me, that song is just amazing. So this is the album that led me to discover all those earlier ones. And the band at this point in time was still all the original guys, with the addition of John Locke on keyboards and Billy Rankin. They had another guitar player. Manny Charlton, I'm actually really never sure how you pronounce that, actually passed away earlier this year too, so it seemed even more fitting. Daryl Sweet passed away like a few years ago, so the only original member of the band at this point is Pete Agnew, and he's got his kid playing drums in the band. They got some other people in it now, and I've kind of lost track who's in it at this point. I actually got the new album, and it's okay, but it's got nothing like earlier Nazareth. So anyway, this album, I'm not going to go through it song by song, but it's got some really cool songs on it that maybe if you haven't had the chance to listen to, this album's worth checking out on. I don't know if it's on Spotify or where you can find it anymore. But the lead track, Love Leads the Madness, it's kind of like a mid-tempo rock song, but the guitar work in it is just so melodic, and the vocals, the harmonies in it are really catchy. It's not really anything similar to what they had ever done before. Of course, at this point in time, I didn't know that, but I thought that was a really cool song, and I still do. In fact, I've been tempted to actually do a version of it myself a few different times. Now, the next few songs are weird. You got Boys in the Band, You Love Another, even Gate Crash is a little strange. Nothing really like they had done before. They're kind of just like the vocals. He's just got such a gritty vocal. I mean, it's almost painful to listen to and some of this stuff. I mean, it sounds like it hurts him to sing this way. But those three in a row were just, kind of similar in the fact that they weren't really that catchy. They were kind of like quirky. Gate Crash maybe a little bit more straight ahead than the other two, but You Love Another was actually so weird. But it ends, and I got this on vinyl, and I didn't know if I mentioned that or not. It's had all the pullouts and all that stuff in it. It ends with a song called Games, which it's got this really weird percussion thing going on, like probably drum machine, and a little acoustic guitar thing, like muffled acoustic, probably like bar chords. I never actually learned how to play this song, but it just sounds like bar chords. Just kind of with a cool little strumming, picking pattern. And I guess it could be kind of a ballad, but not really. It's just maybe a step above a ballad, but not really a rock song. It's kind of really hard to explain. That's another thing I love about this band. It's kind of hard to explain what they do. As you can see, I'm struggling to do right now. But that song, was really good. I would play that one over and over and over. Flip it over to side two. Back to the Trenches, another one of those ones where it just sounds like he is like tearing his throat apart singing, and just another weird, quirky type song. But the song after that, Dream On, I absolutely love the song, even to this day. That you can feel the passion in his singing in the song. And this song, probably more than any other one on this album, like really drew me in. And to this day, I just find myself just loving the song. I will sing it to the top of my lungs if I ever pop this in, and then I've got it on any one of the multiple, still mixtapes, but they're mixed CDs now, whatever you call them. I'll do that. Yes, I love CDs. I don't care about playlists and all that crap. I love CDs. Then the rest of the album is almost kind of like throwaway songs, but still fun in their own unique way. The Lonely Night Preservation's kind of a weird one. It's he sings these really weird low things. Take the Rap, just such a strange song. It's really short too. In Mexico, actually, it ends in Mexico, which is a really cool song. I'm not even going to attempt to just describe these songs. They're so unique to their own, but the three worth getting this album for: Love Leads to Madness, Games, Dream On. I don't care. Those three songs are so good, it's worth getting this album. And it's worth checking out their back catalog. I think this was album 13. Came out in 82. Yeah, I just had to look here again. And I don't know. It's just, I'm not going to apologize for liking it. I love this band. Go check out the earlier stuff. This is probably where they started changing their style quite a bit. And they continue to do that, and the albums got kind of, I don't know, not as heavy. They got a little strange. You never knew really what you were going to get with the Nazareth album playing. Towards the end, when he was still singing with the band before they switched singers, they started getting a little more heavy again, and had some decent ones. But the earlier catalog, like this forward, were the gems for sure. And so anyway, it's worth checking out. I really had nothing planned for this one, so I'm definitely winging it this time. So tell me what you guys think. As always, check out at least those three songs if you get a chance, and just tell me what you think of them if you haven't heard them before, or if you have heard them, tell me what you think. If there's other ones on here you guys like that maybe didn't click with me as much, but you guys like them, feel free to let me know. Or what other songs you think I should go check out. I mean, I've got them all, but maybe re-listen to again, and suggest to other people out there. That's the thing I like about the comments is, there's always cool suggestions from other people that maybe some of us haven't thought about. So it's kind of what this is all about, is suggesting new music, even if it's old, to people to go check out. So like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff, and we'll talk to you guys later. See you.